It was just like 75 degrees out. If you can't see, it's snowing. What's up, guys? I know it's been a little bit. It's been busy at the store, as always, as it should be, right? Oh, man. So it's snowing out, and I had a couple of people ask some questions, and I just want to answer them and do a quick little video and maybe like a tutorial on how you can possibly make money opening product as a retail customer. And I'm going to show you like the tools I use as a store in order to see if a product is worth opening. And I know a lot of people say it's not, but there's a lot of stuff that is worth it to open. As far as a store, if you're out there buying it, you know, as a retail customer, of course, it's not going to be as worth it. But everything works together as a whole when you're a store. You know, you get the bigger cards, the higher end cards for people to trade in for and everything like that. But even for you in general as a retail customer, there are certain things you could buy in order to make money with your hobby. And that's really all it's about, you know. Turn your hobby into an income and it'll be, you know, be great. It's like I work probably 16 to 20 hours a day, and it really doesn't feel like that because every day, you know, I do what I like. And that's pretty much like the life. So let me show you how to live the life. I'm going to show you what to do. It's going to be super easy. I hope in depth as much as I can show you. But I'm just doing a TCG player order real quick. About how many cards? 911 cards. So one thing I definitely recommend is like a waist high table at least, and one of these mats. This is what I use. It helps your feet because you do a lot of standing, and if your feet hurt, it sucks. So yeah, invest in a shipping table and a mat to stand on, because without these two things, this job would be so difficult. But yeah, let's just do this real quick, this order, and then we'll jump on the computer and I'll show you the tools I use to see if I should do a box opening. All right, let's go. So the first couple things you're actually like really going to need to do is you're gonna most likely have to find a local game store that does some sort of like volume pricing with their products. Any like small store is probably gonna do that. If you ask them, listen, I want to buy a case. What's the best price you're gonna do? If anyone wants to buy a case from me, sealed case, any like standard product that's in current rotation, that's, you know, not crazy hard to get. Like, I'm not going to be able to get you a sealed case of Kamigawa collector boosters. That's just not going to happen because I can't even get those right now. Anything that I can get, and if you need a sealed case for it, I usually get from my customers at a discounted rate, like almost close to what I pay. Any local game store, small local game store like me is probably going to do that. If you ask them, you got to ask them. That's local only. I won't ship out like sealed cases for people that want it cheap. It's just not cost effective. So yeah, first you're gonna have to find that, and then you're gonna have to get these kind of these websites. This is what I use. Anyone could use it. It's and they're usually spot on, and I have no affiliation with this website. It's just what I use, and it's kind of easy. Okay, so it's called mtgboxsim.com. Now, I know it looks a little like how could this be possible? How could this work? And I've opened so much product, guys. You have no idea how much product I've opened. And they're usually like within $100 or $2, like plus or minus, of a box. So let's just go to, in my opinion right now, the best thing to open that you can get readily is going to be Keldheim. And after that, probably most likely AFR. So we'll go with Keldheim right now. And it just simulates your box openings. Now, mind you, it simulates draft, not set. I pretty much only open set just because the list and everything like that, it can't really calculate the list slot, so it has no idea how to value that. So this is just for draft. But it normally falls within the same amount of value. So you just go to simulate. And I normally simulate around 18 boxes because that's what I normally open in any like small little box opening. So 90 bucks, 154. Now I write down all these values and I do an average. And then I calculate how much, whether plus minus whatever I make. And that's it. That's all I do. So we had multiple $150 boxes. And you can even go here and buy a box. Now I'm sure they get some sort of commission from this or something from TCG Player. Again, I'm not affiliated with them whatsoever. So yeah, this is just something I use and works. So you could use that too. Oh, got a sale. You could use that too. So, and I just do that. Simulate 18, get the average. We'll see if it's worth it or not. We have multiple $150 boxes, 130. Very rare that we get anything under 100. So yeah, that's what I do. That's why, like I said, you're gonna have to find a local game store that's gonna do a volume discount for you. Any local game store, small game store that's like wants to push product is gonna definitely give you a discount. Now I know you're thinking, oh, why would they do that if I'm going to be competing with them? You're not going to be competing with them. Like I tell everyone, if you can't hear me, the mic's facing the opposite way. Like I tell everyone, there's enough bread in the pond for all the ducks, is what I say to people. And if you're looking to get started, you can't get started with $100. It's just not going to happen. So you're going to have to invest at least, I would say, minimum $1,000 in order to get this started. But it's relatively easy, and how you list the product and do everything like that we'll go over in the next segment. Okay, another website I use, which everyone should know. I mean, if you don't know TCG Player, there's definitely and you're in the trading card game, there's definitely something wrong with you. But this is something you're going to have to bookmark, obviously. It's TCG Player. Now, I look up the set that I want to open, and this is how I evaluate whether or not I'm going to open set or draft. I go to the set itself. I go to commons. We check commons first and see the value. If there's any commons that are like $1 or more, it's going to lean me towards opening draft boosters. Because in collector boosters, you don't really get an abundance of commons and uncommons. Because of the smaller packs and less packs, you get a lot less bulk. But let's say if there is let's say Strixhaven, what was that? The fuck, I don't know. Is it Dragonfire Channeler? Yeah. That card. It's like a $2 or $3 common. Now, I'm going to want to open draft boxes for that because I'll get, in my run, I'll get probably maybe 60 to 70 of those cards. And right there, that pays for like 4 or 5 boxes right there. Just a common. So right now, I'm not seeing anything that jumps out at me that is potentially makes me want to open draft. Now let's go to uncommon. Now in Keldheim, I know there's a few uncommons that are above $2 or something like that, which is going to sort of sway me towards opening a set boosters. So we'll check that out. Yeah, so we got Youthful Valkyrie at $244. We got Aspiring at $1.50. Yeah, so this is going to make me want to do set boosters. Now, if it was vice versa, let's say we had a $2 common, it's going to make me want to open draft boosters. So now we check out the rares. And there's a lot of rares, $8, $8, $7. All the pathways are value. Definitely good value there. 7, 4. There's a lot of value in the rare slot too. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a set booster opening for sure. And one thing you can't really knock, and you'll say, why, this is like, they're 50 cents or $1. Why are you even counting them? They add up. Everything adds up. You go to the lands. Now these snow-covered lands are like, they're like super money. It's not even funny. They sell instantly as soon as you list them. So yeah, right there. Look at that. $1.40, $1.50. Now you could also open draft because you do. I believe you get these in draft boosters. I'm not 100% sure. Let me check. Hold on. They should. No, you're gonna want to open set because I think you only get the snow-covered in set, and you don't get any regular lands, even though the regular lands still sell for a good amount. Like you see here, like 65 cents, 60 cents, everything like that. Like, don't knock it. That's money right there. It's all adds up. You think it's not a lot, but it adds up over time. But definitely the snow-covered lands you're going to want. So you're going to want to open set boosters for that. And you could also use another website besides MTG Box Simulator that sort of helped me out at first before I found this website. If you don't want to use this website and want to use something else, maybe a little bit similar and less work, yeah, we'll go to that now. I'm sure a lot of people know this website. It's MTG Goldfish. Again, no affiliation whatsoever with this website. It's just something I used when I first started out just to get a rough estimate on values of sets. Now, what I used to do is I would just like click in on the set, look, and just check the tabletop score, 296. It's very arbitrary, very like not as in-depth as the simulator website, 186, lower value. Yeah, so that's something I would just check really quick. Crimson Vow, I don't know who would want to. Actually, it's actually pretty good. I might do a run on this, and we'll see our results. If you want to know, yeah, just follow the channel, and we'll do it that way. It'll be fun. Be a fun little series to do, maybe. Yeah, check the results, see if they match up, see if I made any money. Again, you're not going to make a killing. It's a lot of work. Again, doing that, you're not going to make a ton of money. Sometimes you break even. But what you don't take into account is, like, let's say I have, like, I got, like, 8 Vorniclexes from that opening. Now I have them in the case. Someone comes in, and they trade in a bunch of cards to get that. Now I made a profit margin off of the trade-in, off of that. It all works together. Like, as a retail customer sitting at home wanting to do this all at home, it's going to be a little bit harder, but it is possible. It's going to be very small margins. Like, I would say expect 5 to 10%. 5 being average, 10 being you did really well. Sometimes you get those sets in those boxes that you're going to double your money, but it's very rare. Very rare. I've done it maybe a couple times since I opened. You just get extremely lucky, like let's say a couple nutty list cards, a couple Ancient Tunes, Snapcaster Mages, and a Ren and 6 will do that. But guys, it's not that difficult. It's not that difficult to implement, but it's really hard to do because it's very tedious. It's not exactly back-breaking labor, but it's a lot of work. Like, I have to hire labor. I have to, pay someone to help me open product, and because I can't do it alone anymore. I did it alone for about 4 months, and used to take me all weekend, because you have to open it, sort it alphabetically. I'll explain why you have to do that in another video. Now this is every card, because you have to sell every single card. Commons, uncommons, lands, everything. You have to sell everything. So, and it's easy to do. It's easy to do. I don't facilitate any of my orders myself. TCG Player does that for me through TCG Player Direct. Any card over, let's say, 15-20 bucks, I keep in store for my customers to buy. Yeah, so it's not that difficult. It just takes a lot of capital to get started, and once you get that snowball going and reinvesting everything, it picks up steam to where you might have to hire someone. So guys, if you have any questions about this, please hit me up. If you're a local customer and you want to try this, contact me. I'll try and help you out. In that case, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.